EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Got it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Slide through.
To throw now. Here's Love. Throw left side complete. That's Barnett. The Texans at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake, Love. Sliding out of the pocket. Out to Cole on the right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
To throw again on second down. Love. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. He finds his man, complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Mixon with a first down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Love. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
On the ball.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They begin with Henry. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. That his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch them.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. First down, Prescott. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, here's Henry. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Love from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Barnett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down.
Shot, 17.
Here's Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barnett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On the set. Ready.
From the gun to give to Mixon. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ready.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Love looking to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. The 40. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with the football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mixing up the middle. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Love's throw going to be taken in by Cole. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action this time with Love. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Claws red. White.
Throwing. Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Love. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Love fires that quickly outside. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Prescott looks to throw on first. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 17. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Garabay's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Catch is made by Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got Cole on the slant. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
2nd and 4. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half.
Let's go now.
Love now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Garibay on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Ready.
Final play of the half, Love. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Rolling to his right. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerry Jeudy. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. Garibay on to attempt the point after. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go bootleg. Love. It's complete to Cole. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. A handoff to Mixon. Gets around it. And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw now, here's Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's a give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Love. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him,
Here we go.
why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Black shot. Called red. Right, right. Cut.
Love from the gun. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 26 yards.
And the Texans have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And this one is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Touchdown, Houston. He returns the punt 64 yards on the score.
And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down. And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Here's Love. Out to Cole on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards to pick up there.
Let's go now. Striker, 3-3.
On play action. Love to throw.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Love's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On the double.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Now Joe Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Open out on the left side, this is Cole.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ready.
2nd down and 7.
Love, they go play action now. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try for Mixon, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's a run with Mixon. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay, right? Ready?
They'll try and sneak it here. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. Oh, that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Oh, nice move.
Here we go.
Now Love. Connecting with Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah,
and the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that one.
Derrick Henry all alone. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Garibay on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barnett. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Okay, ready?